Hey, good morning everybody. We're out here at Casita de Copan, and I want to show you the completed project here. We are so excited about the aquaponics system, the greenhouse, the chicken coop over here, the black soldier fly box. So we just got a lot of things to show you. So I'm just going to go ahead and take you on a tour of what we got here. We'll talk about the greenhouse here in a minute, but go ahead and come on in and I want to show you what we've got here. This is really an impressive system that we've got built here. This is an aquaponics system that has 14 grow beds that we've used out of half barrel systems, and then over off the side here we've got it to where they can actually do seedlings and things like that. So we've got 2 tables here, and then these are just minerals we're going to talk about in a training video that we have that we're going to be developing. So these are some minerals that we got, but as you can see we got 14 grow beds. And then we've got 1 fish tank, and then the filtration system off the side over there. And as you can see, all the grow beds are filled with river rock. You know, we're in Honduras, so we're limited on what we can buy and what we can get. So all the systems are filled with river rock. We've tested all the river rock, and then every grow bed has a valve that we can control the flow of the water in every grow bed. So it's very, very important that you can do that. A lot of times people don't put individual valves on the grow beds. And then there's 2 types of systems that you can do. You can do a constant flood, or you can do a flood and drain system. We have bell siphons that we installed in our systems, and again in a training video I will discuss that a lot more so, but we've got bell siphons on every one of our grow beds. And then on our last grow bed over here, we put it's just going to be for duckweed. So this is a constant flood system over here, but this will be for our duckweed. Again, I live in Honduras, so it's kind of limited on what we can get. I have a supply of duckweed I know where I can get, but unfortunately everything here in this country we have to travel. So once we get the duckweed, we'll put the duckweed in there. So like I said, we've got 13 grow beds that we're going to actually grow stuff in, but then we got 1 duckweed grow bed here. And then all the systems drain down to the bottom. We drain directly into a sump pit over there, which I'll show you here shortly. This over here is our fish tank, and as you can see, there are, maybe you'll see them, maybe you won't, but we have fish in here already. We're cycling the system with fish. You can cycle with fish or without fish, but we're cycling the system with fish. And then as you can see, in the back there we have our sump pit, and everything's being pumped out of the sump pit. I did this system a little bit differently. I have an actual pump that's pumping the water into the fish tank, and then it is actually pumping water into the grow beds as well. A lot of times they do gravitational flow into the grow beds, but this system I did to where the water is actually pumping into the fish tank and into the grow beds as well. And then over here we have the filtration system. We got a solids collector and a biofilter, and again I'm going to discuss all this in a training video that we provide. And then as you can see, we do aeration in our tanks. It's very important to do aeration because obviously oxygen is extremely important to the fish, and you do not want to limit yourself on oxygen. So that is basically everything in a nutshell. And then the back, we'll walk around, but there is the sump pit over there. I located that on the outside of the structure. Now, I want to talk to you about the actual greenhouse itself. This thing really turned out amazing. I'm very, very proud of this. We use shade cloth, and really the main thing would be is to limit the amount of sun on the plants, because here in Honduras it gets extremely hot, and the sun is a little bit different than what like maybe North Americans deal with and stuff like that. And then also, we want to try to keep out as many insects as possible as well. So we built this greenhouse, and we use PVC tubing, and then we use the shade cloth to wrap it. And then on each end we built an actual structure. We welded some metal bars together. We built a structure on each end. So a lot of people ask, how did you secure this netting? We use a lot of zip ties. and then we use tubing, and then sometimes in some areas we doubled up the tubing, and then we screwed the tubing together. And then we use silicone to actually seal all the seams, so it kind of gives it more of a tighter lock onto the shading cloth. So anyway, as you can see, it's just a beautiful structure, and it's doing a great job as far as keeping the insects out and stuff like that. And so I'm really proud of what we built here. I'm really excited to see Casita de Copan. They're very excited. They're going to start planting seeds next week in the trays, and then we're going to start actually putting plants in the system here probably about 3 weeks. So they're very excited. They're going to use this as education for the kids, and it's really cool to see the kids come up here. They're always investigating this aquaponics system. They love it. And then also we got some chickens over there and stuff. So we're going to be showing that to you here in a few minutes. I just want to take you on the outside of this structure. And so, like I said, on this structure, we were very careful how we built it and designed it, because obviously we want to make sure that the shading cloth doesn't come loose. And this has probably been up for probably about 3 weeks. It's done an amazing job. I'm very happy with the silicone, how we use the silicone to actually lock all the seams and stuff like that. And it just seems like it's staying tight. You know, some of the kids, you know, they pushed on it and stuff. And we, you know, obviously we've taught them not to. But, you know, as you can see, it's still staying very tight. So very happy with the way this system turned out. It's very solid. You know, it's not going to go anywhere. And so, and then the shading cloth is a high quality shading cloth to where it's going to last many years. And you know, the main thing is just taking care of it, not overstretching it when you put the zip ties on. You know, that's another thing. You know, it doesn't have to be like super tight. So that's this right here. And then I'll just take you out back here. This right here is our sump pit. And we'll talk to you more about this in the training video, but this is our sump pit right here. Everything gets drained in the sump pit, and so we even got a cover on it. You know, obviously we don't want critters to fall in there, and then obviously we don't want the children to be falling in there as well. So we got that covered right now. But this is our sump pit area back here. So let's go ahead and go look at the chicken coop in the black soldier fly box. You know, the whole thing that we want is to develop a food source for this children's home, this orphanage. So we built this chicken coop for them as well. Right now we got about 6 adult chickens in here, and then we've got about 50 baby chickens we just bought. So, and these hens are laying egg hens. So that's what they're doing, is they've got these to lay eggs. So what we did is we built this structure in such a way that we wanted to develop it in an L shape, so then they can get out of the elements like maybe the sun and stuff like that. So we built it in an L shape. We face the back side to north, and then that side is east. So as you can see, so you know, obviously if the sun's beating in over here, they can go over there and get out of the sun. And then we kind of did an open concept. You know, here in Honduras, it does get hot, but you know, it doesn't get cold. So basically we did do an open concept. You know, everything we were concerned about, you know, we want to protect as far as any animals that come in and stuff like that. Now, you know, I know that, you know, in different areas of the country or different areas of the world, they kind of have a different methodology or how they do chickens and stuff. Well, what we did here is we did 5-gallon buckets. They could, and then we put wood shavings in there. We don't really have straw in this country. As you know, a lot of people would use straw. So we use wood shavings for the nesting boxes, and then like in the back corner we got our feeding, and we got our water over there. So as you can see, they're kind of getting acclimated together. At first the older hens weren't too sure of these little chickens, the little baby chickens, but it seems like they're doing a lot better. Some of them are a little ornery. But anyway, this chicken coop is really going to be working out really well. We're very happy the way it turned out. We did a concrete floor, and then they do wood shavings on top of the concrete as well, so they can clean it quickly and keep the chicken coop very clean. So Well, I just want to show you the black soldier fly box. You know, the thing of it is we want to, you know, give them a way that they can develop food source for their animals, like the chickens and then the fish in the aquaponics system. Now the duckweed is one way that you can supplement your fish food, and so that's why we got the duckweed going to be growing in there. But also the black soldier fly box. This right here, if you have not done research on black soldier flies, this is really absolutely an incredible way to develop chicken food and fish food. And black soldier fly is basically, it's not a house fly, but they call it black soldier fly. And what you do is you want to develop an area, put their eggs in, and then they will develop larvae, and the larva will actually eat any type of food source that you put in there, like as far as, you know, human food, table scraps, meat. They'll eat anything as far as in that sense. The only thing they don't really necessarily eat is like cellulose material, like fiber material. So you just want to be very careful. So I just wanted to show you around here real quick. This black soldier fly box. Okay, this black soldier fly box right here, I just wanted to show you inside. We put some dog food in there. That is one, some people say that's how you attract the black soldier flies, but we put some dog food in there. We're kind of watching it. You know, you don't want things to get moldy and spoil and things like that, so we may have to remove this. You know, it's about attracting the black soldier fly, but once you attract them, they will just continually come back over and over because of the odors that this black soldier fly box gives. It attracts other black soldier fly box or black soldier flies. But the main thing is once you get the colony started, you'll have a constant source of black soldier flies coming in here and laying their eggs in this corrugated area, and then the eggs and the eggs will obviously hatch, and then the larvae will get inside the actual food. They'll start processing the food. They'll start eating the food, and then once they mature, they'll have a propensity to walk up this ramp. And then the main thing is the larva will fall inside this box right here. And then the goal is to have probably around 2 pounds of free chicken food a day. And then also you'll develop some compost. It's not going to develop a great amount of compost, but it will develop some compost. So, but we'll go into more detail on our training video as far as on this black soldier fly box. We'll go into more detail about that. You know, the main thing is we're going to provide you all the video and an ebook on how to build the aquaponics system, how to build the greenhouse, and how to build the black soldier fly box, and also the chicken coop. We're going to everything will be in our ebook, every step-by-step process. There will be nothing missing as far as out of this ebook and out of this and then the designs and then the videos. So you will know step by step exactly how to do everything that I showed you, and that's available on our website. So just check that out, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I get back to you as soon as possible. You know, I'll be glad to answer any questions. So thanks a lot for stopping by, and you have a super day.